Okay, so part A says use the 2 points to find the equation that represents the linear function. It says simplify your answer, type an equation using x and y as the variables. All right, so anytime we're trying to write an equation and all we're given are specific points, okay, or random points, we're not necessarily given the y-intercept, okay, we're going to use the point slope formula. Okay, it says to simplify your answer, but it doesn't say that we have to write it in slope-intercept form. Okay, so I'm going to write my answer in point-slope form. So what we want to do, okay, in order to use point-slope form, there are 3 key things to this formula that we need. We need the y1, m, and x1. Okay, because we have 2 points, we actually have the x1 and the y1, and we can use whatever values we want. I'm just going to go ahead and use this point. It's the point 1, 2. All right, so the 1, right, because 1, 2, 1 is the x value. All right, so that's going to be my x1. 2 is the y value, so that's going to be my y1. All right, so that's where we're going to plug here and here. Okay, next we also need to find the m. Okay, the m is the slope. All right, and so to find slope, we're going to calculate the rise over the run. Okay, so the rise, because we're going down, is a -2, and the run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my slope is a -2 over 6, which we can simplify to a -1 over 3. Okay, so what is my equation? We're going to plug these values in. I'm going to use this formula, and I'm going to say y minus the y value, which is 2, equals m. Okay, m is a -1/3. And in parentheses, we're going to do x minus the x value, which is 1. You can actually use either one of those points, right? So this could be y minus the y value here, which is 1, times x minus the x value, which is 4, and you would end up getting the same thing, right? Now, part B wants us to find f of 6. Now, remember, this represents the function f of x, right? So we can use this if in parentheses, that 6, that is going to be my x value, right? That's going to be my x value. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use this equation right here to find f of 6. All right, so we're going to use that equation. I'm going to say y minus 2 equals a -1/3. But instead of x, we're going to put 6. All right, I'm going to put 6. And now I'm going to simplify this. Okay? And it wants us to write our answer as a simplified fraction. So 6 minus 1 is 5. We're going to multiply that to 1/3. Now, so if we think of 5 as a fraction, when we multiply fractions, we multiply the numerators and the denominators. Okay? So now we need to try to find y. So to find y, I'm going to add 2. Okay? So -5/3 plus 2, I have to have a common denominator. So 2 with a denominator of 3 is the same as 6, right? So -5/3 plus 6/3 is equal to 1/3. So my value here is 1/3.